Hello everybody and welcome. Welcome to week 10. Dr. Bob here. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about this week are the papers. They're graded. Excellent work by most of you. A few of you could have used a little more work, and the things I saw that were exceptional were those who made your paper into 4 discrete sections. Now, some of you actually used titles for each section, and that was even better. But even if you didn't, I was able to identify clearly, your introduction, your literature review, what kind of research methods you might use, your problem resolution, and then your citations as well. And most of you did an excellent job with that. Those of you who didn't get the full 330 points, there probably was an issue with, again, one of those, I would have put comments in there letting you know that maybe you could have used more sources from the literature. Maybe there were issues with your spelling, your grammar, the sentence structure, those kind of things. But again, overall, I'm very pleased. Saw a lot of graduate level coursework out there, papers. So yeah, great job there. What have I got for you? Okay, discussion board for week 9. You probably noticed I didn't put any comments on the grades, and that's because I spent a considerable amount of time going through your papers. My process for grading papers is this. I read them all just straight through once, and then I go back and I read each one carefully. I go through, like I say, the first time is to give me an idea of where we are as a class, and then the second time I go through them is to really read the paper as though I was going to consider publishing it for a journal. And so, again, I saw some very good work there, but that just gives you an idea into how I go about grading them. Okay, so, and that's also why, because it took me a lot of time to do that, why there are no comments on your week 9 discussion boards. Didn't see any problems there. Okay, week 11, next week, it's coming up, your final exam. Now, you may recall, just like your midterm, and I'll do this again for you on Monday, which is the 2nd, but your final exam, just like midterm exam week, there's no discussion board, there are no quizzes. You only have that final exam question, and you have your choice of 4 questions. I believe it's 3 or 4, I have to go back and look at it, to answer. Just make sure you look at the rubric, take your time with it, and also, like I said before, you can use information, use work that you've done on your papers, on your discussion boards, those kind of things in the past. So, okay, the last thing I have for you is this week's discussion board, family of choice. And I always like to ask this question. It's particularly interesting how my younger classes that I teach in the classroom, they're generally 18, 19 years old, as opposed to my older students that I get here at UCLA and occasionally in other classes I teach. But the interesting thing is younger students, 17, 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, they tend to say, yeah, I would stick with my family of choice, and usually for a number of reasons, but excuse me. But what I find interesting is the older students tend to say, no, I kind of wish maybe I was born into a different family, usually a family with more resources. So that's all I have for you this week. Again, as always, I'm here to see you succeed. If there's any questions, comments, problems, please do not hesitate to contact me, and hopefully I'll get my voice back by then. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Bye.